Rockton native Corey Anderson will make his Bellator MMA debut this Thursday night. He'll fight veteran Dutch legend Melvin No Mercy Manhoef in Connecticut at Bellator 251. Corey joins me now on Zoom. And Corey, how excited are you about being a part of Bellator MMA?
Man, I'm super excited. Like I was telling my coach this morning, it feels like I'm starting all over, like a new beginning, like being reborn. I was in the UFC for 7 years. I started my career there from 3-0 to now 14-5. That's a lot of fights to have underneath the top organization. I started from a young gun, and I learned a lot there. And one of the things I learned is you got to get your worth if you're going to be in here. And now I decided to still be in this sport following that last loss. It was time. If I'm going to continue to do this, we need to get paid for what we're going to do. Get your worth. And now Bellator is willing to give me my worth. I'm the new kid on the block. There's no pressure on me. So for me, it's just like I'm just fighting to go out here and get a win and make my presence known here. A lot of people say, oh, you're one of the top guys in the world already, so you should already be at the top. I'm not looking at it that way. I'm looking at it as if I just got done fighting off the regional circuit, and they saw me fight in Rockford at Giovanni's. And they go, oh, we like this kid. Let's bring him to Bellator and see what he can do. So I'm excited to go out there and show them what I can do.
What's different about Bellator from UFC? Is there a big difference in the way it goes about its business of putting on fights, preparing you for the fights, and marketing the fights?
I mean, as for getting you, I can't say getting you ready for a fight, but for promoting a fight, they do a pretty good job, I feel like they're giving attention to everybody on the card. Make sure you tune in and see this person on whatever date it is. Going to my fight, I've seen now that they've been posting they got just about everybody on the card thus far and posted. And I'm not gonna say UFC didn't do that, but they lean more towards the high profile guys, the guys that are gonna sell tickets for them. And those are the ones they were pushing a lot. It was times like even in fights where I was the favorite, I don't think I had got promoted at all for the fight, but the other guy was a big name. He was a flashy guy that people love to see. So he was always promoted because that's going to get the attention there. And as for Bellator, I feel it's equal opportunities. As for how the show runs, other than that, I can't really say because I haven't stepped in the cage yet. I haven't seen how it happens. Right now with COVID, even if it is running rough, you got to think about the circumstances are a little different, so you can't put that against it. And one thing I will say that I noticed was immediately better was the ownership. From the day I signed the contract at like 7 p.m. on Tuesday or Wednesday, and Thursday morning, the following morning, I was talking with the owner of Bellator, and we met for breakfast. 7 years in the UFC, and I tried to get a sit down with Dana. It just never happened. He was busier. He didn't want to make the time to meet with people. As for Scott, cleared what he was doing and met me for breakfast, and that right there set me off on a good foot, and I was already excited to be here.
You open with Melvin Manhoef. He's won a lot of fights and a lot by knockout, but he's also lost 14 fights, so he's not invincible. Give me your analysis of the type of fighter that he is.
I mean, if anybody knows Melvin, they know he's a kickboxer. He's a striker. He's not going out there looking for a takedown. He's not going out there looking to point fight. He's looking for the kill shot. So my objective is to go out there and make sure I don't give him the opportunity for a kill shot. It's hard to hit a moving target. It's hard to hit somebody that's unpredictable. It's hard to hit somebody that doesn't stop. So my plan is to go out there and be all three. Be unpredictable, be a moving target, and don't stop. No matter what I do, whether I shoot and fail, I punch and I miss, I kick and I miss, I trip and fall, whatever it is, don't stop. Just keep moving no matter what. Because the moment you sit still, you're giving him the opportunity to land that big shot, a kick, a punch, or a knee, whatever it is. And that's, like you said, he's got 44 fights, and I think 39 of them are knockouts. So there's no doubt that he has the punching power. We just can't give him the opportunity to land that punch.
Most of your opponents have been large men. Manhoef is only 5'8". What challenges does that present for you in trying to land punches?
It's a good and a bad because you follow me since high school. Wrestling, if you look back in the record and you see any of the shorter guys I've wrestled, it was a challenge for me. It was harder for me being taller and longer to get that low to get underneath a guy. And everybody know I'm a wrestler. At the end of the day, no matter how good I am at mixed martial arts, Corey Anderson is a phenomenal wrestler when it comes to MMA. So that on the aspect, that's going to be a little more challenging, getting underneath him, being in a lower stance as well. But the positive is he's only 5'8" and I'm 6'3". He's only 71-inch reach and I'm 79, like 3/4. So it's going to be a lot harder for him to get in closer to me if I'm staying active with the jab, my front kicks, all my long kicks, doing everything to keep him stay long. It's going to be harder for him to get in, but that's also going to make him more like a Mike Tyson type fighter where he's going to use his head movement and dip and weave and get inside. And if I punch and miss and stay out there too long, that's giving him that opportunity to get in just 2-3 inches that he needs to land that big shot. So like I said, there's pros and cons to it all. But as every camp, that's what we do. You prepare for those things.
I know you felt you deserved a title shot with UFC and you never got it. Realistically, how soon do you expect to get a title shot with Bellator if things go well for you?
I mean, you can look at it in two realistic worlds. One, I'm the new kid on the block. Two, I'm the number 4 ranked light heavyweight in the world still. Some people that say the number 4 light heavyweight in the world still tell me right now you shouldn't have took any other fight other than a title fight. And the new kid on the block, so I'm saying you got to earn your way in. And I'm coming in that mindset with the new kid on the block. You know, I'm a new kid here. If I win this and they give it to me, great. If not, and they say you got to win a couple more, okay, cool, great. Let's do it because I'm getting paid to do my job. That's my job, to show up and fight. You know, and the problem in the UFC, that was the job too. But I did everything I was supposed to get there, and I felt they wasn't giving me that opportunity. But here, I feel, hold on, Susan Scott, my computer just started messing up. Okay, but here, I feel the opportunity is going to present itself if I continue to do what I'm supposed to do. There's no extra baggage. There's no extra pressure. So we're just going to go out there and win one fight at a time. And if they give it to us next, it'll be great. But if not, I understand.
You've been through a lot this year. Early in the year with the loss to Jan Blachowicz, then you had the medical episode and had to go through a couple heart procedures. How have you come through all that physically and emotionally?
I mean, physically and emotionally is probably the best I've ever felt because all those events, or all 3 events that happened this year, you get knocked out from Jan, who is now the UFC world champion, so you think about that, to passing out and all those procedures, and then the pandemic happening. All 3 things for me were a blessing and a curse. Yes, I got knocked out on national TV in front of everybody. Yes, I smashed my face. All this was mangled and had all these procedures. And yes, everything got shut down. But one, the Jan Blachowicz is like, okay, I got knocked out. But yes, you beat him before. And we went in there with the wrong mindset, thinking we got to prove something, and we got greedy and got caught. We went into his world doing what he does best and strayed away from everything that we did good and lost. So I had to go back to the drawing board with the coaches, the wife, the parents, the brothers, the sisters. We figure out what do we have to do so that never happens again. What are we good at? All right, let's focus on that. Let's get there. Let's do that. Boom, check. That's off the mark. 2, the falling and the procedure and smashing my face and everything, that made you sit in the hospital and wonder, am I going to be able to do this? And if I do this still, what do I have to do different? And again, like I said, my wife and my son came and visited me in the hospital. And my son, I remember sitting there looking at my son, sitting there playing on the edge of the hospital bed. And the only thing I could think was, when he was born, I said, I never wanted him to see me like this. And now I'm here. If I want to have a life with him and my wife, and now we got another baby coming, if I want to have that beautiful life, the American dream, I got to change things up. I have to be smart. I got to take care of myself physically, mentally. Everything got to be there. Spiritually, I have to be 100% ready to go, focused. There's got to be one game plan, and we got to stick to it. And if we lose, we got to make sure it's not in a way where we're going to get knocked out and have health issues. So that went into my head. We went to the gym, and right away, it was literally, I told the coaches, we're going to start everything over right now. When I got here, what did we do good? Wrestle. Exactly. We use our punches for wrestling. So we're going to start there, and we'll build back up. So it's like we recreated a new Corey Anderson to the fact where we can go out there and fight, be healthy, get the win, and get out without taking the least amount of damage. And like I said, the pandemic just gave me the time to realize all these things. There's no rush to get back in the cage because everything was shut down. America wasn't working. The world was closed. I couldn't fly. I couldn't travel. And as I just sat there healing, there was a lot of time just to cope with myself, a lot of alone time, just think. And like I said, spending time with the family, turning my garage into a gym, and everything just changed. And I feel this is the best Corey Anderson, not as a martial artist or person of everything, but just as a human being. Everything from top to bottom is just it's just better about me, and I'm just great, and I'm excited. I just can't wait to get out there Thursday and show the new me.
Corey, we're excited for your Bellator debut. Good luck on Thursday.
Thank you, Scott.